Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone EarthShock Watchalong. And I'm just going to bring my guest on straight away. We have the rabbi from another planet. Welcome, Rabbi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad. Nice to have you here. So, guys in the chat, get you our EarthShock ready. We'll give you about 5 minutes, and then we will get cracking on it. This is Rabbi's choice. I asked Rabbi earlier today what story he would like us to do, and EarthShock was his choice. Obviously, I grew up with Peter Davison's Doctor. It's been a while now since I've watched EarthShock, so it's gonna be an interesting one. Rabbi,
I prefer the one with the updated special effects.
yeah. Can I ask you, Rabbi, why did you pick this story in particular? Was there any particular reason?
Okay, so I was going. Okay, so I thought classic was the first thing, and then I was going through the Doctors. I was trying to think what was something a bit different. I was going through like a different choice for a different Doctor, and I was trying to think. Also thinking what I had on HD that I hadn't watched yet, and yeah, EarthShock just like and EarthShock again. It's got the Fifth Doctor. It's got Cybermen. It's got Tegan. It's got Beryl Reed. And it's got Adric dying. Like what else you could do? Anybody want out of the story?
That's it.
And Beryl Reed should be enough in of its own.
Right. I'll just make sure
that completely bonkers. Whenever we watch this, you have to keep in mind she had no idea what was going on.
Yeah,
like just none. And it's hilarious. Well, she's very good in it, though. Funnily enough.
Right, we're just seeing if I've just texted another guest to see if they're coming on. We're just waiting to see if we get a reply as well. So hold on, I'll just give them a quick text myself actually, just to see if they want to come on.
What was Beryl Reed famous for?
Who?
Beryl Reed. What was she famous for? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know.
She's one of those people that used to be famous. She hasn't been famous for decades.
Yeah.
So everyone really thought about it. Her like Felicity Kendall.
Yeah.
Like Felicity Kendall was famous 30 years ago. Whatever happened to her? Is she still alive? I doubt she's still alive.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. Parts, hold on, let's see. Guys, have you got our episode? Have you got it ready? We're nearly ready to go. We're just waiting to see now. He's out there looking at the text, so hopefully he wants to come on. I see Daniel's here, Stuart, Charlotte, welcome. John Steed is here as well.
Hey, Danny, how you doing?
Who else have we got?
Hey, John. I want you to know I'm such a Doctor Who nerd. I have a hard drive that's connected to my computer, which has every story on it in like regular definition. But as they come out on Blu-ray, I rip the Blu-rays and I put them onto that hard drive, and so I have that hard drive is connected via Wi-Fi to the rest of my house. So anywhere in the house, I can always access any episode of Doctor Who at the drop of a hat. But as long as I'm downstairs, in my basement with my big screen, I can access HD. So yeah, I just, without having to resort to putting a disc in. This is the setup I made in my house.
By the way, did you see, just off topic a little bit, but it is Doctor Who related. I will be throwing up the video later on. I actually have the short story there. But apparently Pete Matoig.
Oh, yeah, I read it.
He did a short one as well. They seem to be doing a lot of short stories lately. I have to be honest, right? Don't get me wrong. I haven't minded.
That's why you can knock them out in an afternoon.
Except for the Chris Chibnall one, of course. But the thing about it is, look, at BBC have to realise the reason why these watch-alongs are popular isn't because, it's because they're favourite episodes. It's because the fandom has been starved of Doctor Who
Right.
for a good few years now. And it just goes to show you give them something. And listen, you look at those episodes that they've been doing the recent watch-alongs on. Vincent and the Doctor, yeah, brilliant, right? But you look at the rest of them, Rose. Rose is not the greatest episode ever. But the reason why it's so loved is because it has that Doctor Who feel, unlike what we're getting in this era. So
Exactly.
while it's good Pete Mitig or Mitoig doing little short stories, I'm sorry, there is no interest in short stories or anything to do with this era. Also, I just want to actually address the whole, because one or two people have complained about the video that I did about the faceless ones. Now, some people have asked, it's funny that you don't bring up Roger Delgado, that you're only bringing up Sasha. So I don't know whether you're implying it's a racist thing or whatever. So I'll dispel that straight away anyway, right? I would have no problem if Anthony Ainsley or Roger Delgado was part of that wanted poster in the Faceless Ones story. The problem that I have is that Sasha is actually a new Who master. It'd be the same if it was Missy, or the same if it was John Sims master on that poster. I would have a problem with it, right? I don't want any connections from old and new Who the way that Chris Chibnall wants to do it. The way Moffat did it, he did it to a certain extent. He did it. He treated it with a bit of respect. Yes, he'd go close to the line, but he'd never ultimately break anything. Chris Chibnall has. And this is the reason why I have a problem with it. Now, I know others out there don't have a problem with it, but this, again, is the whole thing with Chris Chibnall. He is trying to rewrite classic Who history, and I don't like it. So I am going to complain about it. And I know some people might say, well, there's better things to be complaining about. But that's the start. It starts off with a poster. Then it moves on to something else, and then something else after that. And then before you know it, then Classic Who is being completely rewritten by an idiot. That's the bottom line. And that's why I have a problem with it. So let me get this straight. The reason why I have a problem with Sasha being in the poster, especially in the Faceless Ones, is because he's a new Who master. If it was Anthony Ainsley and Roger Delgado, both of them, I would have no problem. But we've only got Roger Delgado and we've got Sasha's master, which is the new Who master, and I don't agree with that. It's just a personal preference. If you don't agree, that's fine. But the reason why I'm replying, because from a person that is always commenting in me comments, and I know what that person was trying to imply, which was that I was racist or something, because that's the type of person that.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah, but I just want to mention, that's why I want to say it, because there is an element out there that have been racist towards Sasha when he was announced, and I don't agree with that. But don't tar us all with the.
Really? Honestly, I don't remember seeing that at all.
Oh, there was a whole.
Really?
On Twitter. Oh, you missed it. There was more than there was, yeah.
That's why I stay away from Twitter.
Twitter's
not real. But remember that. Twitter isn't real. That's why if somebody comes to ask me on Twitter, I just like it. It so doesn't bother me because it's not real.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on now with that.
He might. It's still early that he may be working. He still has to work from home.
Let's see. I think I got.
Teddy, okay?
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Right. They as Cheryl said, they're actually working from home. So they're doing a conference call, but they'll try join in as soon as they can. Right. Well, we don't know if we're going to do all the stories tonight. There is 4 episodes. We'll see how many we get through before. Well, it's up to Rabbi because it's later for Rabbi. So when Rabbi feels like calling it a night, we will.
Well, I have a a fresh coffee I just made, so So I'm good to go. I think you're right. Look, if the episode can carry us through, it'll carry us through. If it bores us, it bores us. You know, the episode. It's up to the episode if it lives or dies.
That's it. Right, guys, are you ready in the chat? Let me know. I'll give you a 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning. Get you our.
I'm all queued up and ready to go.
Rabbi's queued up. I'm actually queued up. It's about to go on straight away now. So, get you ready, queued up, and we'll get this going. And remember as well, guys. Obviously, if there's anything particular in the episode that you like, let us know in the comments. You know, we'll try not to talk as much this time round. It's a classic episode, so I don't think we will as much as we do with New Who, but we will throw out a few things as we did the last time.
I might well get chatty.
Yeah, well,
it could happen.
The other one did very well for the very first one that we did on this channel, the two of us. So I'm actually, I was kind of worried that people wouldn't, you know, because it's all well and good doing it on Twitter. I didn't think it actually translate well on.
Yeah, you know, it's fun. I would never have thought of it, but it's a lot of fun.
Daniel is going to mod the chat. So Daniel looks like, I think Daniel's the main mod there now because Chris, I think it's a bit early for Chris.
Oh.
So Daniel.
Oh, by the way, I'm just uploading a video now. The BBC put out a video earlier tonight, the biggest moments of Doctor Who season 12.
Yeah.
And it's so I put out, it's about half hour video I'm uploading of just like roasting it. Bit by bit, it's hilarious. Oh, you got to.
I know. I could do a video on it myself. I was sent it earlier on.
It's so funny. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just listen. You just need to be quiet. Listen, sometimes you're just in trouble. You should be quiet.
That's what I mean. BBC still haven't learned. BBC America, God love them. They're doing everything in their power as well to flog.
Oh, they got their thing tonight, haven't they?
How embarrassing it is actually at this stage. Like, give it up.
Do they have their watch-along going on right now?
BBC America?
Yeah.
Nah, the 11th hour is on Friday, but that's not to do.
No, they're supposed to do it tonight. They're supposed to do their watch-along tonight on Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right?
I think that was a bit of an April Fool, to be honest with you, because it's April Fool's Day. Hold on, Cheryl's going to check it. Well, if they did, good luck to them. Good luck to them. Do you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be hashtagging RIP Doctor Who. That's what I'm going to be doing.
No, but it'd be funny if they couldn't even get it going. That'd be so funny.
Where did you see that?
I don't think it is today. Can anybody?
On the Doctor Who _BBCA Twitter account.
Right.
Oh yeah. 1 second. The hashtag is Spymaster. They're trying to do it
tonight.
To watch Jodie Whittaker season?
Nobody's going to watch Jodie Whittaker.
Right now.
Hold on. I have to check this, right? Because if this is actually happening, I'm going to that.
Hashtag Spymaster going on right now.
Stop it.
Oh, I feel bad. They got such the one. He's live tweeting in it. Oh, man. Because I really feel for him. Because he really puts himself into it, Sasha.
Well, the Daily Mail just wrote an article about the Vincent Watchalong.
Yeah.
Everyone's comment is like, when Doctor Who was amazing, oh my God, the feels, just how big of an event it is. Oh my gosh, the humiliation the BBC is going to have.
Hold on, there is a humiliation because I don't even see anybody even tweeting on this. What's the hashtag again, Rabbi? Sorry? Hashtag
Spymaster. SPYMASTER.
Right, hang on, guys. I know we're doing the watch along, but I have to check.
Yeah,
this.
there's some activity going on.
Oh, it is. It is going on because Sasha is actually. Oh my God, the sad little individuals. Manip Gill as well. She's there. She's tweeting along. No way.
Let's see if they get Spymaster trending.
Right, let's see if Spymaster trends, right? let's see if it actually trends like the other two. It's not. Just ignore it. Just ignore it anyway, right? We do our thing, right?
That's what we're doing us tonight, right?
That's it. Right, fecka. Nobody's gonna. I'll be surprised. Look, is anything trending? Listen, guys, there's some of you that are better at this than myself and Rabbi. Obviously, you are very good.
Oh, I have no idea what I'm doing. Not at all.
Trending business. So, if someone could keep an eye on the trends for me, please do so and let us know of it. Now, remember, Vincent and the Doctor trended #1, right? Then it went down to #3, and then it went back up trending to #1 again. All the other watch-alongs have trended in the top 5, right? So let me know if Jodie Whittaker's hashtag trends. Actually, have you noticed there's an absentee? Matt Smith agreed to come on, but there's no Jodie Whittaker.
I did notice that, yes.
No show from the female Doctor. As usual, no show from
or Chibnall even, I think.
Or Chibnall, because they don't care about fans. There you go. There's your, see the thing, Russell T and Moffat, away from the show years. Soon as this watch-along came along, they were on board. Even Matt Smith and Karen Gillan, even though one's in LA and the other one's in York, and I know she was a bit behind, but she still tweeted along. I cannot believe. And it's actually sad. It's not. Oh my god.
Are you doing the latest at the hashtag? It's so funny.
Do you know what we're gonna do here? Watch along, but see this. I should have actually we should have actually went live, Jordan. This we are live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way it worked out. If we start the episode, we're on live as that happens. Hello?
I'm here. I'm just looking at some of these.
You wouldn't know that because you couldn't see them.
Sorry, yeah, I know I'm an idiot. I'm just reading some of these. These.
Oh, you're gonna make them crazy, the Jodie block.
It's the usual shills. It's the usual.
It is. I noticed that too. It's the same 20 insane people.
Yeah, even the people that said they were off the internet, they were going off for a while, are back all of a sudden. They're back all of a sudden. See, this is what they do. This is what they do. Now, they'll brag if Spy Master actually trends. No, because this is what we were supposed to actually use at the same time that this was going on. We were going to hashtag the RIP Doctor Who, but we thought it was actually going to be later. So the fact that this is...
and the fact that nobody knew about it indicates how small it's going to be. Right?
Yeah, you've got a point there. Right, guys, let's forget about that. Cheryl is right. There's no point in dwelling on classic Who, New Who era. Whittaker's era, I should say, not New Who, because New Who is alright. Right, are you all ready? Everybody's ready. Everybody's ready. Life on Mars is trending on #1, the UK at the moment. Oh, that is brilliant. Keep us updated, Derek, will you, mate?
Oh yeah, they're having their Life on Mars watch long tonight.
Yeah, Derek is actually on Twitter, so he'll be able to tell us. And there's a Torchwood one tomorrow as well. Apparently, someone is saying.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
Right. Well, then that's brilliant. See, but look
and
at
it. Let the fans pick which Torchwood.
There's only one that's going to fail.
Did he?
Yeah.
See, John Barrowman actually set this one up himself, and he got slated by a couple of journalists on Twitter saying, I don't think John Barrowman knows how this actually works. And I was like, the cheek of them. So I went on to John Barrowman's page and I wrote, hey, John, how about doing a Torchwood watch along? That's a great idea. Right? And then, everybody then in the comments then was commenting away. It's a great idea. Do you know what? But this just goes to show, before we start this watch along, right? It's a spin-off of Doctor Who. But look at the love that's being shown towards it.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain Jack. Look at the love that's being shown towards Vincent and the Doctor and those other watch-alongs that they done. Right? And nobody right now is talking about Spyfall. What a pathetic attempt. Do you know what, BBC? Open your eyes. Nobody gives a crap, right, about your...
Yeah, really. If it doesn't go well for them, it's bad news.
Right, we're ready to go. We'll do it now. We were 20 minutes, so I think we've given everybody enough time. So we just have here's our EarthShock episode ready. I'm about to pick up my controller. We're about to start in 3, 2, 1. Press play.
Running.
Great. It would have been great if I actually put the volume up on the telly, because I'm an idiot as usual. There we go. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I love
trying to think out. When you at the whereabouts are you? The titles yet?
Title sequence. It's EarthShock's just come up on the.
Oh yeah, me too.
Right, we're
Saywood.
Part 1. There we go.
Part 1. There we go. We're in sync.
Yeah.
And they're in a gravel pit.
Yeah, it was always an old coal mine or gravel pit.
Right. Although they dress this one up, that looks quite. They put the couple of soldiers in the background. It really makes a difference, doesn't it? It gives you that silhouette. And I remember these. I love the design of these troopers. Because it was very. It was just the helmet, really. That was futuristic.
Yeah, the helmets are a bit Star Warsy or Battlestar.
Right.
Yeah.
I just felt this was when I saw it. It was just so modern. It was very, very contemporary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the little flashlights on the side of the helmets. That just made it so cool.
Mm.
That looks very like Matt Irvin. The sort of thing he would make. Oh yeah, the most embarrassing scanner ever. It's like this one light bulb underneath it.
Yeah, I know. But it just goes to show you the imagination that they had back then. You know?
He's very good. This guy, I can't remember his name. The futuristic Brigadier Light guy. Space Brigadier. That's what we'll call him.
Yeah.
Okay. From now on, the rest of the time, he's Space Brigadier. See, very the egalitarian armed forces.
Oh, there's 13 people watching. Can we change that? Can someone try get someone else to rope in? It's unlucky for some 13. Oh, there we go. 14 now watching. Good.
Yeah, give it time. Oh, here comes the not the Rassen warrior robots. It's basically the same thing. Who was it that came up with that? The Rassen warrior robot. That was Terrence Dix, wasn't it?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, they were going to have a sequence with the Autons and the 5 Doctors, and they had to drop it.
Yeah.
And they need to come up with a cheap alien. And he used that. That's a very Terrence Dix solution. She is a very little soldier.
Yeah.
She's tiny next to the other guy.
I know. But again, the dialogue is just far superior.
Right.
Far superior.
There's a lot of extras, isn't it?
Yeah. But come here. That'd be one of the coolest. Imagine being an extra on Doctor Who, even today.
Right.
You know, it'd be a good experience.
I know somebody was an extra on Remembrance of the Daleks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I met somebody who was. I was at a working at a place once when I was a kid. This show. What was it? The staging show, Aida, and this guy. Yeah, he was in the chorus. And he was an extra.
Ah, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. Now I have to say, I was a kid watching Peter Davison. Obviously, you know, as a kid, I'd seen a lot of Tom Baker, and I even remember as a kid, you know, loving this version of the Doctor, the vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
I could identify with him because I was quite vulnerable as a kid. He's brilliant. I love him.
Yeah, it's a great portrayal. I think all John Nathan Turner was really thinking was he knew him, and it was very opposite to Tom Baker. He wanted young and blonde. That's really what he was thinking, I think.
What do you think of Adric, though? I know he gets a lot of grief. I've been watching, you know, because I've been going back watching Classic Who again, and I've watched the episodes, the stories that he's in, I should say, and he's not as bad as, say, a Susan or even Bonnie. What's her name? Bonnie Langford.
Bonnie Langford.
Yeah.
He's been a lot better in the Big Finish stuff recently.
Yeah.
The East Bay stuff with Tom Baker, he was a lot better then than he was in originally.
What do you think, boys? Do you think Adric is harshly treated by the fandom, because he does get a lot of grief, but he obviously has the saddest.
My horrifying. I think I spoke about this maybe it was on a podcast with you once. I can't remember. I don't think it was. The horrifying realization of Adric is this, and I realized this when I was watching. What was it? State of Decay. That was Adric is John Nathan Turner's masturbatory fantasy of that time. He's like this precocious, kind of like slightly pudgy boy. Like, in fact, that is what John Nathan. You read the books about him. That is exactly what he was into.
Spyfall is trending at number 16 in the UK. That's
got to 16. That's impressive. So, but yeah. So, like, once you realize that about Adric, it puts everything in a new light. It's like, I actually mind him a little bit less now. I'm like a bit more easygoing with him. And like, he's a you know, a teenage kid. Teenage kids are annoying. But I didn't really realize at the time because I was a teenage kid.
Yeah, I love the fact that Adric actually stood up to the Doctor here, though.
Right. They have an interesting relationship.
He wants to go back home, and the Doctor said, it's not like a taxi service giving him hell, but Adric stood his ground there.
Oh, somebody just went down.
Down to 19th on my feed now. It doesn't matter. It's not going to. That Spyfall hashtag is not going to trend number 1 or get into the top. I'd be surprised if it gets into the top 5. There's just not enough of those fans, right?
I'm really surprised they got into the top 20. Quite frankly.
Well, don't perfect them. Let them take it as a challenge. They still won't get it to number 1. Wait till you see what happens when the 11th hour is on Friday. That'll get to number 1. Look at it, right? Vincent and the Doctor, 5 minutes into the episode, it trended at number 1, right? 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're a good, half hour in right now.
Right, they're half an hour in, and it's only trended at 16. It's a joke. Well, 19 now.
Here comes the TARDIS.
Yeah, this is it now. What do you think of this console room?
It was creaky by that point. You know, it was time to go by then. Right, it was aching for the Five Doctors, update.
I'd love to interview your guy that plays Adric. I wonder if he'd be up for an interview, or even your one that plays Tegan.
Well, on the DVD on the Blu-ray extras, they got this really wonderful little documentary called "A Weekend with Waterhouse."
Yeah.
When they had Toby Hadoke spent the weekend with him and Matthew Waterhouse and his husband, and it's a very sweet little documentary. It's interesting.
I like Nyssa.
Yeah, it was good. The Fifth Doctor Nyssa combination on the Big Finish audios are really very, very good.
Mm. I'll tell you what we'll do, folks. After the first episode, we'll take a 2-minute break, just in case anybody that's joined the chat would like to get the second episode of EarthShock up and ready. How long have we got on this? I don't think we have that long now, actually.
What, about 15 minutes, I guess?
Yeah, we've got about 15 minutes. So get your EarthShock Part 2 up if you want to join in.
Part 2 is when it gets fun.
Yep. It says the console room is a bit shabby and gets blown up a bit more. McGann's is everybody's favorite, Daniel. I have to agree with you there.
It is. Basically, part 1 is like just setting the scene, setting up the characters.
That's it.
It's just like treading water to get to the cliffhanger, which was a big reveal in the day. That they kept it quiet was well, they couldn't do it today. Was very impressive.
It's just far superior. Even this is even far superior than that, and we've got in the last. And it's not just Jodie Whittaker's era either. It's the end of Moffat's era as well. This is just. I don't know. You know, no matter what people say about JNT, you know,
this is JNT, and he could do no wrong.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He did do some good. I don't know. It's sad. I have to say the costumes are great. Those military costumes are just great. And my Facebook groups as well, guys. If you haven't joined, please do. And don't forget to subscribe to Rabbi's channel as well. Actually, where is Rabbi? Rabbi's disappeared. Oh, we've lost Rabbi. Hopefully he'll pop back in. I didn't even notice that there. What does people think of Peter Davison's costume? I'll send Rabbi another link just in case. I hope everything is okay, actually. Right, I think the soldiers now. Yeah. I know there's something up. Oh no, that's a dog in someone else's apartment. Ted is playing with his toys. He's fine. Oh no, that's him now. Oh, there we go. But you see, he had 3 companions, but this is how it works. This is how you can make it work. Unlike Chris Chibnall, unfortunately, he doesn't know how to make it work. Oh, and also BBC are trying to, get around the fact that people don't want to pay a TV license anymore and want the government to put a kind of a levy, a tax, so it's unavoidable. So they still. Rabbi is just having a bit of an issue with StreamYard, but we will try get Rabbi back. He's going to try sort it out. They are going through a few issues, actually. They sent me a message. The skeleton crew, Hang on, they're showing the second part of Spyfall tonight as well. And it's gone down to 21 now. Seriously, keep going, BBC America. Actually, BBC America, keep doing those watch-alongs. Do it, because you're making a case for us. Very embarrassing. I actually like this scene coming up now. Here we go. Oh. So Schneider has been basically, looks like, liquefied. Yeah. Welcome, Chris. Nice to see you here, and everybody else that has joined the chat. Oh, there's someone else dead. Do me a favor, Derek. Get screenshots of that. It's of a trend, and will you? And if you have from when it first trended, that'd be brilliant as well, because I don't want to be accused of being, but get the final trend and result as well. Hey, Marie. Oh, the doctor just got thrown down onto the ground now. Yeah, like me, Derek, I'm not great with the old technology either. Oh, here we go. Heel over. We're on episode 1, Bad Wolf. If you want to get episode 2, we're going to take a short break. Hopefully try get Rabbi back. Right, here we go. So, that's very retro, isn't it? There's the look at that, Cheryl. Yes. Right, and that's the end of part 1. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to get you our part 2 ready if you've only joined. But that was a very good start. There we go. And hopefully we'll get the Rabbi back. There's a little bit of a technical difficulty with Rabbi, but I'm sure we'll get him back. Hold on now, I'm queuing me. Right, that's it. It's paused away. So I'll give everybody a couple of minutes to have not good news, I'm afraid. It's an issue with StreamYard. I just tried from a different computer and got the same problem. Have you tried? All right.
I can't log on YouTube.
I was gonna say, could you try knocking off and on your computer? But you've obviously tried on a different computer, so it would have been knocked off. So I'm an idiot. Actually, I know a way we could still do it. I could ring you on Messenger. I mean, you're still watching the episode. I could ring you on Messenger, and you could still come through the speaker. If you want to do that, let me know. It's the only thing I could think of right now. We got 20 people watching, so right now we have just watched the first part of EarthShock. We're about to watch the second part. Where's my phone actually? I just want to make sure that if Rabbi is texting me, that I'm actually paying attention. So if you want me to ring you on Messenger, I'm about to send you a message now. We'll still be able to do it. And if there's actually someone that's in the live chat that would actually like to join for the second part, let me know in the chat there and I'll pick a name. I'll pick a random name. Oh, there we go. Rabbi is via his phone. Yay. There you go. Oh, look at your chair.
No, I can take you on a tour of my office. Here,
Oh,
check this
brilliant.
out. Okay, my action figures.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. Oh, my God. You've got a lot of them, don't you?
Oh, I do, yes.
Wow. So this is your office?
Yeah. In the event of nuclear war, I need never leave.
All right. Is it underground?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is? Wow. All right. I was only messing there, but that's fantastic. Yeah. Well, nobody can ever, Bad Wolf said it there. Nobody can ever question Rabbi being a fan of Doctor Who. Jesus, come on. I like the chair you have as well.
That's the news section. What's that? I'll take to the classics.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic, there is.
Bit of remembrance action.
Nice. Ah, there they are, the Zygons. Tom Baker.
What we got over here?
That is fantastic.
There's these ones over here, which your
office is actually pretty big. I thought it was because the way you have your camera most of the time, it looks very small. It's actually pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah, it's roomy. In the event of nuclear war, nobody else comes in.
Oh, that's fantastic. Just you now. Is it only for you? Feck the family.
Exactly. Yes. I think they can beg.
Oh, that's brilliant. There is.
I can come in by my computer now as well. Here, where's that? Let me
log back into your computer. Not a bother. Oh, there you are. Right. So we'll remove you from here. There we go, and we add you here. Actually, hold on. That'll be fun. Oh no, he's got. I was going to add the two of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Right, guys, get ready for the second part. We'll let Rabbi get settled there for a second.
Hey, I'm all good to go. Don't worry.
And we'll get part 2 up and going. So as we seen there, ended with the Cybermen.
Destroy them. Destroy them at once. Yes, leader. Nice bit of Cybermen clanging music as well. I like that.
Yeah. I'm up for raiding Rabbi's house, says probably. I'd love you to try.
Yeah.
I tell you. Yeah.
Hey, you're in Israel. Come on, you can do the guest room is down there. You get sleep. Yeah, you get sleep close to it.
Right, guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rabbi. Go on. No, sorry.
I was going to say we had the insurance adjuster guy came in one time to do a valuation of our property for the home insurance, and he's like this super ultra orthodox religious guy, and he's trying to understand like what the hell these were like. But why are your toys on shelves? I don't understand.
Yeah.
What's this?
You know the way you see people they buy their figures and stuff, and they leave them in their boxes. I just don't get that.
You got to have them be able to have a bit of tactile contact.
Yeah, I don't get that because you buy them. Yes, some of the boxes are great, but the whole point is to show them off. Right, what am I looking for? Sorry, I'm just getting a quick drink, just in case anybody's wondering what I'm doing.
No problem.
Getting a quick drink so we can start the second part.
There's no shortage of Guinness in Ireland, is there?
There's what?
The current situation hasn't created a shortage of Guinness, has there?
All the pubs are closed.
Yeah, but you can still get a Guinness. I assume you're still Irishman.
Well, apparently, according to Cheryl, the off licenses are still open. Which if that's
Well, there you go. That's an essential service. When you're stuck at home, that's an essential service. If you.
That's what. Yeah, in Ireland it would be. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. The whole world's got the shit, but don't stop the Irish people from having their pints.
Exactly.
You know.
Look,
there's nothing better to do. You might as well do it. You know. Personally speaking, I don't think any off license should be open. You know, the world's down to shit. We don't need alcohol.
Yeah, well, you don't need a bunch of drunk people wandering into it.
The Irishman on the island.
Cheryl can't believe that she's actually gone out with an Irishman.
I feel like I was sold a false bill of goods.
Yeah,
I feel like I was cheated.
Yeah, because I don't drink as much.
I feel like I was cheated out of my Irish experience.
Right?
Yeah.
How did Cheryl end up in Ireland?
How did Cheryl end up in Ireland? Cheryl, would you
Yeah.
like to tell your story? How you ended up with this mad lunatic?
Because I met you.
Yeah. Well, go on. Yeah, well, tell him how.
How? Because I had just joined Facebook again after 8 years not on it or something like that for a long time. And then I was looking for a Doctor Who group, and Knowles just happened to seem interesting. And because I'm a dork, I was like, thanks for letting me join your group. I guess he thought I was hitting on him.
Well, she was a bit of a weirdo. Because
Quirky and adorable.
When we met, when I added her to the group, she almost texted me straight away, you know? And I thought, this is one of these lunatics.
I'm just polite.
Well, she was being polite and all. But we just started.
I was being a polite American.
But we just started talking.
Exactly. That's the big difference, isn't it? My wife's American. I know the cultural divide well.
Yeah, we're very overly friendly.
Right.
We're like, thank you for letting us do this. We're really happy to be in your group, but we don't mean anything. We're just nice that way.
Yeah.
And apparently in Ireland, everyone can spot an American coming from a mile away. There's just something about us.
Oh, we can smell it off you.
It's that deer.
There's this hopefulness about you. that you don't get about the British. You know, there's this if you're British, you've got this weight on your shoulders sort of thing. You're like, if you're American, you've got a spring in your step, that's today. Today may be a great day.
We're like, dude,
if you're English, you're like, maybe I won't get beaten today. Oh. It might be slightly less grey.
That's funny.
It's amazing how fast the Irish cynicism kicks in, though.
Oh, yes. Well, you need to live in Ireland, don't you?
Yeah.
I guess get rained on. Sweet.
That's it. That's it. We're blunt. We're out straight, and you just, if you can't handle it, well then, tough.
Rob, I have to ask you, since you said your wife's American and everything. So Noel says that Americans, and I guess he's basing that having met me, just me, the only American, that Americans are very sensitive compared to Europeans. Or
in different ways, different things shock America. Americans are much more prudish in some ways and much more liberal in others.
Yeah.
Americans are fine. Okay, you know what? The biggest difference is I found is that American food is designed to be you sit and eat it as is. Like a burger is an American food. You don't do anything to it. Well, an English food, fish and chips, for example, it's designed to be eaten with salt and vinegar and whatever condiments.
Right.
So, and that's why when Americans come to England and they try fish and chips, they don't put salt and vinegar on it. They go, "Oh my God, this is the worst thing ever!" You know, it's that kind of cultural divide.
chips for like since I was a kid. I always put vinegar on it.
Yeah, but she knew there was a chipper over here. She loved it.
Our favorite. We went to the chipper like twice a week when I first moved here. It was not good.
What did you have? Fish and chips. What was your favorite? Smoked cod and chips.
Smoked cod.
Yeah, smoked cod and chips. She has.
I was always partial to mushy peas.
Yeah, mushy peas is an English thing, though.
I can't deal with mushy peas.
Mushy peas is an English thing with a chipper. Chipper, no mushy peas. No way. That shit don't fly in Ireland. No.
It is a very big cultural difference. You don't think that just across the ocean it would be, especially like an English-based language, like you're speaking English, and we have so many things that are very similar. But like when you line it up, it really is unbelievably different.
Yeah,
it really is. And also it depends what part of the state you're like. Wait, where are you from? Like the Midwest?
Missouri, yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. You know, I can tell because you're nice.
Because I'm just happy to be here all the time and like, let's be polite. Everyone gets a hug.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I have to admit this, right? Maybe it's because because Irish people are just so
whingy bastards,
blunt and hard. When she used to do that and be polite and all out in the street, and then when she sees a dog, it's still to this day kind of annoys me. It's like she'll go over and she's all, "Oh, I love your dog," and like, Irish people don't like that. You can't do that. Like it's
I think the first 2 months, all I heard was, "You're making a show of me."
Yeah. Even
the language difficulties.
Now I don't give a rat's. But at first, because American people have a reputation around the world. It's not just in Ireland.
Again, it's different Americans.
Yeah,
like New Yorkers are very different from from California.
Yeah.
Right, he's ready for part 2.
Yep.
I'm ready for part 2. You just
right, guys. Are you ready for part 2?
Yes, I just want to say I can't be in the chat because I think my VPN expired and I hadn't reloaded it yet, and so for whatever reason, I can't get on YouTube or anything for my Chromebook right now until I reload it, and I can't be asked right now.
Okay, right. Is everybody ready? Cheryl unfortunately can't join us for the second part in the chat, but she will be here. So if you see Artin on the screen, you want to shout Artin in particular, go ahead. Rabbi is back. Hopefully now we won't have any, but he is right. StreamYard is having technical difficulty. Sure, when you sign in,
a lot of people using it, aren't they? They're banned.
When you sign in, they leave you a little message to say that they're a skeleton crew because of this thing that we won't mention is happening. Everything is on a skeleton crew.
I say we call it the ickiness.
Yeah, we just call it the ickiness. Right, let's get ready for the second part of this EarthShock part 2. Right, I'm about to do the countdown, guys.
All right.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit play. There we go. I do love this title sequence.
I mean, it certainly got a downgrade when they put it through the Colin Baker filter.
Yeah, I agree.
That was just so cheap and nasty.
Guys, we will figure out a way, though. I will figure out a way how we can actually watch them properly. Just right now, YouTube are being very silly, so we just have to, this way is good, though, I have to say. People are still interacting.
No, I think it's really working. I really do.
Yeah. Well, there's 21 people watching, so that's great. If you could do us a favor and like the stream. Don't forget to subscribe to Rabbi's channel as well.
Oh, please do. Thank you very much.
And if you haven't subscribed to my channel as well, if you wouldn't mind, please make sure the notification button is pressed.
Like, share, and subscribe.
That's it.
What are you watching? Do you have the updated special effects or the original?
I'm watching the original. You're watching the one with the new special effects.
Yeah. Yeah, it's much better. There we go. We're off the cliffhanger. Destroy them at once. Yes, David Banks.
I love that design.
Yeah. So easy, so simplistic, and so works. Oop. And down goes one.
So I'm seeing purple lasers, right? So on this,
No, purple is the new one.
right, but here's the thing, right? So purple lasers, these were shooting. What are they shooting on yours?
Purple. You got the new one.
There is the new one.
Yeah, the original ones were yellow, and they were. You see, the ones were had some perspective to it. You can see they got thinner as they went further away.
All right, well then maybe I am watching the one. Okay,
You are.
Oh, that's pretty cool then. Because I have
There you go. Congratulations.
This place I don't want to say over the chat because obviously, I don't know if it's legal for it to be up, but I have a place where I can watch all the classic episodes. Right. One place, so.
He's very good there, Peter Davison.
Yeah. Oh, there's Adric. He's just got a blunder in now. Doctor! Edric, run, you fool! Run!
You know he was sleeping with Anthony Ainley?
He was what?
He was sleeping with Anthony Ainley at the time.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, you see it glowing as they fire at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the updated version.
All right.
Who do you think did the design work for all the props around the Cybermen? That looks very like Mike Tucker to me.
Yeah. That is actually great design, isn't it?
Yeah, it really. I was just thinking how much it sells. It's not just the design. I guess this is the first time these Cybermen came out. So it's not just the design of these Cybermen. It's the environment they put them in as well. It really works. You're right. I am getting sucked into this. I keep forgetting to say anything.
I know, I'm the same, but that's why it there's a stark difference, you know. You're engaged when you're watching this.
Right. It's not like just anytime you're not watching Jodie Whittaker, Doctor Who is good.
Oh, for God's sake. This was a great idea, Rabbi.
Isn't that fun? And again, we haven't even got to the good bit yet.
I know. It's been a while since I am watching Classic Hill. I'm still on the end of coming up to the end of Tom Baker's run now. Anyway, I've been
very nice.
I've been watching it from the beginning again to try get myself back to not loving the show, because I still always will love this. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
To get me head, try put that other crap in the back of my head and just remember that this is what it's all about, you know, and it is.
But it really is, you know. It just really there's so much heart to this stuff.
Here we go.
Oh, they got the white light of doom. Yeah, I remember him saying. I think it was on the Kazandazani's was a commentary track. He worked out from watching Terminator that if you give explanations as you're running, it works because nobody notices it. And that's how they gave, like, Carl Reese gave the whole explanation about what's going on as they're being chased by the Terminator the first time. And that's why, you know, you don't have time to really stop and think about it. So he said he directly got that from there.
What did you think of his costume, Rabbi?
I mean, now in hindsight, not less than I thought at the time. The time is, it was very of its time. I think of the 80s.
Yeah, it's grown on me over the years. I was never really a fan of his costume or Colin Baker's fan of costume.
Well, Colin Baker's was awful.
But I do like the blue. I do like the blue. Was it the Big Finish one? Was it?
Yeah. I got an action figure of that.
Yeah, that's brilliant. See you later, Derek. Derek says he has to go. He has to go back to the flat, and he'll rejoin as soon as he can. No problem, mate.
Okie dokie.
Spitfire Mark A1 is here as well. He says, walking home from work, listening to this live stream for company. Thank you very much.
Good. Well,
thank you.
I hope the weather's good wherever you are. It's got really cold and rainy today here in Israel. Not like that at all normally this time of year.
Listen, I said, you know what? It's weird that you mentioned that, because I said to Cheryl, was it yesterday I said to you, or was it today? I said about the weather for the April.
Yeah, well, weird weather patterns.
I did not notice that. I don't know if it's just me, but the fact that you mentioned about Israel being so cold as well. Have you not noticed for an April it's pretty fucking cold?
Yeah, I have noticed.
It still doesn't matter. By March or April, Rabbi will tell you, even in Europe, like, we get a bit of sunshine, like, it just be warmer than this.
No, but just say spring as opposed to April.
You know, I don't know. Maybe it's
I don't know, like normally, like, it's always around Passover time. Like 2 weeks before Passover is when spring hits, and that's normally a good barometer because it moves throughout the year for like about a month or so, backwards and forwards. So that works with leap year as well. So we're definitely we got weather now that we should be having like in January or February, and it's like it's coming. It's April already. So it's weird. Everything is weird.
Oh, that was a reflective thing. It looked like a blue light on top of the cyber leader's head, but it's one of those reflective.
No, it was on the
yeah. Very good. That's a brilliant costume, man.
Right.
It'd be pretty easy costume to kind of recreate, actually.
What the cyber? Well, you got it. It's a flight suit.
Did you notice when the Tardis appeared to play the Doctor Who music? Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I know that object. So the question is, has this cyber leader met this doctor before?
Yeah, good question.
Or is it just part of the cyber race memory banks?
But I don't know, didn't we get in New Who when a cyber leaders destroy the downloads into the next?
Right, exactly. But I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure what their intention was with this.
Yeah.
Like, is he the same one that was on? Was the Cybermen story before this? It was Revenge of the Cybermen.
Yeah, I think it was.
This was awesome. We got some member bearers. You never got this in like '82.
Right, let's hear him. Look, there's another one, guys. There's another feckin' Chris Chibnall plot thread dismissed right there. There's the Doctor there. Who's formed at the show? William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton. There you go. First and second Doctor. Kiss me arse, Chibnall.
You know, I should send you the special edition of Revenge of the Cybermen, because they redid the special effects for the end when it's crashing into the Volga. And it's much better. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I kind of like the special editions.
That's brilliant. I like that little part. See, this is what I'm saying. Someone should do, because I'm not good at editing these sort of clips together. Someone should get clips like this together, right? Put it in video form and put it up and show. You know what I mean? As I said, all these articles that are coming out that are trying to support Chris Chibnall's story arc. If YouTubers
but they all know it's over. They all know it's over.
I know, but if
the only people who don't know it's over is possibly the BBC.
Do you get me? It would actually show that Chris Chibnall has lost the plot and doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody picked Vincent the Doctor because it had the pictures of the Doctor in it, of all the past Doctors. I'm pretty sure that's why he got picked. Right? I don't think it was a coincidence.
I don't know. I have a soft spot for Adric, especially since Manip Gill took the role. I think we can safely say that he's no longer the worst companion of all time.
Oh no! Oh, here we go. Dude, now it goes into a real traditional cyber story.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Even back then, the effects, I know they were kind of criticized. But those spaceships and all, like even for back then for BBC, this was big.
Right.
I think we tend to forget that as Doctor Who fans.
Yeah, I mean, no, they always accuse of having wobbly sets. It never did.
The best thing about this show, though, was the caliber of actor and actress they got on it. They always got the best.
Yeah. And they always got very good performances out of them as well.
Yes, they did. And now you look at it now, it doesn't seem like BBC's top priority is getting the best actor or actress for the job now.
Well, I think they're more interested in they define the best differently. Yeah. Different criteria, shall we say.
Daniel's a fan of Adric. Yeah, I have a soft spot for Adric. I think he gets a bit too much grief, to be honest. He's not that bad, you know. His performance in some scenes is over exaggerated, but that's because, you know, he wasn't the greatest actor in the world, but I don't think he's sorry.
He's fine.
Well, it's at least he has something about him.
Yeah, here she is, Beryl Reid. The reason that this story is awesome.
Mm.
The most bonkers captain ever.
She's a legend.
I have to look up what she was famous for. Hang on.
In the world.
What?
That is literally the best costume in the world.
Oh, I know. The costumes in this is brilliant.
She's like, I got a member's old.
Her leather jacket with a big.
It's actually interesting when Cheryl watches a few classic stories with me because obviously, like, she gets tickled by some of the sets and some of the costumes, you know?
Right. Oh, you should show her snake dance.
Well, here, listen, we'll be doing more of these, Rabbi, because we've got plenty of time on our hands anyway, so we might have...
Yeah. How much better a week do you have a passing an even?
That's it. Watching Dr. Who, can't think of a better way. And don't forget, folks, we do have our new Who watch along and review. It's Aliens of London next.
Oh, yeah. It's on the... What are we doing? Sunday?
Sunday, yeah. Rabbi's favourite two-parter. One of Rabbi's favourite two-parters.
I was in my favourite two-parter, but I'm excited to see it. I haven't seen it for years.
And again, Daniel's throwing in Rabbi's. Fair play to Daniel. You've been on top.
Thank you, Daniel.
Since the beginning of the stream. Thanks a lot, mate. The whole world must be on lockdown now. I agree with you. I have to say, this it is brilliant. You do that, mister. Sure, they appreciate it.
I like that he's kind of sneaky and you've got feeling something's going on with him.
Yeah.
And these sets are very, very, very simple and they work very well. Oh, isn't that David Banks and Mike? Yeah, it is. David Banks and Mike Hardy, the chief Cyberman.
Yeah.
Yeah, cyber leader.
It's the music and all, like it's just everything.
I'm gonna snappy chateau.
Just remember, is this the one with the cliffhanger that I really like?
Oh, the cliffhanger's about to come up now, yeah, and then I'll give everybody another minute. I just have to have a toilet break myself real quick.
Yeah, I think I will go and drain the rabbinical penis.
I have to go for a geloja. I must go for a geloja.
Yes. You know, there's quite a lengthy blessing that Jews have to say after they go to the toilet. Oh, you sneaky looking bloke.
Yeah, here we go. I love when it gets intense.
Like part 3 is when it really starts all kicking off.
Yeah, but it's still a great story because the two
they put it up nicely, don't they? Yeah.
The last two parts, then you know, this is classic Who writing right here. They always like build up. Same with Moffat in some of these stories. He'd build up and then we'd get a payoff in the end. Not always, but with these classic episodes, especially some of these great stories, there's always a great payoff. Right. Or a shocking payoff. It's something to get the fans talking.
Directed this one. It's very well directed. Let me look this up.
In the chat, let's try keep it classic here anyway. But what do you think of these first two episodes so far? And what's your opinion on Peter Davison's Doctor as well, guys? And obviously the supporting cast. Here we go, alarms going off.
I have to tell you, I think they're knocking it out of the park.
They are. I agree.
Oh, Peter Greenway, that's who directed. He's good. Much better director than a writer. He also wrote Time Flight, which was freaking awful. Woo!
And that's the end of part 2.
Rattling along nicely.
We are. Right, I'm going to take a quick toilet break, and then we are on.
Do you want to take turns? You go first, and I'll go when you come back.
Right, you go first. Go on.
No. You go. I'm not that urgent.
All right, hold on. I'll just pause this bad boy here and get it right. We're ready. I'll be back in a second. I'll leave you with Rabbi.
Okay, I'm trying to think of little tidbits of trivia I could share with you. I can't think of any, which is funny because I've seen the making of many times over. Everything. So so this was written by Eric Saywood. I think this is Eric Saywood really when he was at his best. Where was this? Is season 19? He probably should have stayed for another year and then moved on. And truth be told, I think John Nathan Turner should have moved on with Peter Davison. I think if he had, John Nathan Turner might well still be alive today. Attending conventions and being, with very very rosily happily taking credit for Doctor Who being as good as it was when it came back. What else do we have to say in this? Eric. Written by Eric Saywood. Script editor was Anthony Root, so he was the unofficial script editor, I believe. Was it Eric Saywood the unofficial script editor? I can't remember. Let's see anything else I can think. James Warwick is playing Scott. Bill Reed as Briggs, obviously. Alex Sabin as Ridgway. He's very good, isn't he? I believe this is this must be the first story. It must be the first story with David Banks and Mark Hardy as Cyber Leader and Cyber Lieutenant. Yes, leader. A career of saying yes, leader. You know what? You can't fault him for this. So the following story is Time Flight, which is freaking awful. Which was written by Peter Greenway. And it, they got in the use of the Concorde for it. It's just an awful story. Who directed it? Ron Jones directed it. Was not a match made in heaven at all. What was the ratings for this? Oh, wow. Okay, this went out pretty much how many years ago? We're in what? 20? It went in 82. So that's what 92, 2002, 2012. 38 years ago, essentially to the day-ish. First episode went out on March the 8th, 1982. Got a 9.1 million viewer rating. Part 2.
Is it? IMDb says it's 8.8 on the original transmission.
I got 8.8 on episode 2.
Yep, on episode 2, yes.
Episode 3, 9.8, and episode 4, 9.6.
Yeah, they a couple of trivia things they had listed for this past episode was, although the Cybermen referred to the events of Tomb of Cybermen during the flashback sequence, the story was not extant in the archives at the time.
It wasn't. that was one of the lost grails. That was like the holy ark of lost stories.
Mm-hmm.
It really was, yeah. And when it came back, everybody was astounded. Well, that was early 90s, I think, or maybe late 80s. No, Doctor Who had been off the air for a while by the time, and everybody was so excited. And I remember when it came out, and everybody got it. It actually exceeded our expectations. You know, me, that should be our next watch along. Tomb of the Cybermen. Have you ever seen that before?
Cheryl, have you?
I don't think I've seen that one.
No, I was here. Do you know it's weird that you said that? I started watching that 2 nights ago. Yeah, I should actually get you to watch that with me.
Actually, you're asking about the animations. The animation they did for 10th Planet was also very good. I will send that over to you.
Oh, cool! Yeah,
that was a very good one.
Great.
Right, I tell you what, when we start the episode, I'll slink off during as it's playing and have a quick pee as is need be.
Okay. Hold on. We'll get ready then.
But this is the episode where it already kicks off.
Yeah.
This is the one where I think it's got probably the best special effect. Not the best special effect, but one of the most effective special effects. I think in classic Who.
Sorry for the awkward silence there.
No problem. I showed you just like stealing.
I was in the middle of having a drink. I thought you was going to keep going there for a second. And Rabbi's channel's in the chat again. Remember, we're trying to get Rabbi to 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, that'd be lovely. And of course, if you subscribe to me, don't be shy about liking this video and the channel.
That's it. Thank you. I appreciate that as well. Right, are we all ready for part 3, my friends? I know me and Rabbi are ready to go. Are you guys ready in the chat now? I just want to make sure that everybody is in sync, right? Because it'd be better that way, because then when we're talking about a certain scene, if you haven't seen the episode in a long time, you'll know what we're actually talking about. Because me and Rabbi have been pretty in sync every time we've done this, which is bloody fantastic, because it works better when the two of us are in sync. Lots of tweets of forget about that. We're not going to mention that other thing. That's
what did they get to in the trend?
Apparently, they got to 4, and then it went down to 20. But I don't know. Cheryl is right. She actually said it. If we talk about it, then the J-bots listening to me, then it'll make them determined to make a trend.
Right.
You know what I mean? So as far as we're concerned, it hasn't happened. Who gives a crap? Sure, anyway. It's Series 12 of cosplay Doctor. So we're not going to talk about it. We're gonna concentrate on fantastic, classic Doctor Who. And that's what we just brought it up at the start before we did the watch along, but we kind of want to keep it about the watch along. So if you could keep the chat about the watch along as well, we really appreciate it. It's just that I'm sick and tired of talking about that other era. We don't need to talk about it. It doesn't exist. So why are we even talking about it? You know, as Rabbi says, you know, someone else will come along and will retcon this. He's right. So it doesn't exist, right? So we all say we don't like it. So let's pretend it doesn't exist. Peter Capaldi's the last Doctor, right? Series 10. Well, Twice Upon a Time.
Up until the reader.
Right. Is the end of Doctor Who. Okay? So let's leave it at that.
Yeah, I at some point we got to do a watch along of Twice Upon a Time, because I really like that story. I know.
Right, I'll do it with you. Right, I'll do it with you for the simple fact is it's not my favourite, and I suppose it'll be interesting to see if my opinion of the episode has changed. I don't think so though, because I was very I find it a boring story.
I still like it.
So that's
again, like when we rewatch it, I'll argue it's
No, I'll rewatch it. You never know. I might change my opinion, but I'm just letting Cheryl know, you know, just because we've had Who, right, for the last 2 years, doesn't mean that I'm going to change my opinion for episodes that I actually thought were bad before this era came along.
Harshly.
I don't. They treated the doctor.
You were unhappy with the way.
Yeah, I was unhappy.
No, the way David Bradley was portrayed and stuff like that.
I don't like the way. I loved David Bradley's portrayal of William Hartnell. I just didn't like the portrayal of the doctor in that story. He wasn't that sexist. I'm sorry, he wasn't even sexist. He might have been in his personal life with his views, because that's the way men of his age were. They weren't doing it out of malice anyway. Right. And you seen the way he treated Susan. You know, she even says it as well. They weren't. You know, what? I'm not the enemy. I know you're not the enemy, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? She thinks I'm giving out. I'm only trying to explain. But all I'm saying is, just because we've had bad Doctor Who for 2 years doesn't mean that those episodes that I thought before we got this era that I thought were bad, I'm going to change my opinion on them because Jodie Whittaker's era is shit. You know? I know I did bring it up. Shit. I even broke my own rule. Right, that's the last time now. Are we ready for part 3? Right, here we go. Countdown to 5. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit play. Me and Rabbi are.
And we're off.
Woo! Oh, I love it. I love it. Part 3. I'd love someone to do the title sequence, that title sequence with my face.
That is your title sequence, isn't it?
Yes.
What?
I thought it was.
Well, it kind of is, but yeah, it's got kind of a Paul McGann. Actually, I want to give a shout out to Unknown 289, who hasn't been in the chat that often recently. Obviously very busy and stuff, but I want to give a shout out because I do have to say I have loved the intro. I still do. I use it all the time. Love the outro. It's one of the best, and I just want to say thank you for. I already told you, but I want to say it again publicly. Thank you very much for your hard work on it. I was actually shocked when I seen it, to be honest, because I'm not computer savvy, as you know. So when I see something like that, it just amazes me that people have that talent that they can actually do something.
It's really cool. It's really well done.
I was blown away, man.
Oh, I think somebody said in the chat, was it Lee Davis, the Beryl Reader, the lady here with red hair who was a national treasure. If you don't know who she is, she was a beloved national treasure. Had no clue what was going on at any point. During this, she just read her lines and she's like, okay, I don't know, fine.
That's just brilliant, though, isn't it?
It was a great
like that. That's fun. Yeah, Mark. I mean, look, this is what I mean. Another reason why I wanted to do these as well is to kind of actually show people that the side of me that you see, that you've seen during the Chris Chibnall era is definitely not that version of me.
I'm going to throw a ball at your head every time you say his name or her name. Or
all right, sorry.
Every time you mention anything past Capaldi starting to regenerate, I will throw a ball at your head.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Huh? I have to say, I love the cyber boots. Look at the uniform. Look at the but look at the boots on the bottom. They're brilliant. They're like Eskimo boots.
Yes.
It's brilliant.
I just love her outfit in general.
Yeah. Adric, it isn't us. He goes right up to her. It's just. We'll do a
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Bit of cyber wake up action. I tell you that that rainbow effect they have on from the plastic, it really works on this. It's very 80s, but still, it just really works.
John Steed put a comment there, says William Horndal, I can never say his second name properly. Horndal died before he got his check from the BBC.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That's sad.
That's actually sad. So when he made the appearance in the Five Doctors, he didn't get his money until obviously after he died.
There you go.
That's actually sad, man. Listen, I know many people don't like his iteration of the Fourth Doctor, but
It was fine. It was fine.
Look, he was in the Five Doctors. He's the Fourth Doctor to me as well.
Yeah.
Bill will always be the original article, as you might say, but I don't mind his portrayal, and I certainly don't mind David Bradley's either. But I just don't think they should be resurrecting dead actors now, to be honest with you. They seem to be trying to do it a lot now with this new technology with the movies and stuff. I just don't agree with it. Leave them alone. Let them rest.
Yeah, you'd have to say, I think a performance under makeup is always better.
She's really... Go on, Rabbit, go on.
I was just gonna say, like when they did was it Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One. If they had just been wearing makeup instead, it would have been so much better.
I don't mind Rogue One. Rogue One's not a bad movie.
Yeah,
they didn't need one, but it was I think
it was nearly good. The trouble with Rogue One is they didn't build up a love for all the characters before they killed them at the end.
Well,
it's like when everybody gets slaughtered at the end, you don't okay, he goes down. Okay.
I get what you're saying from that point of view, but compared to the rest of them, I think that's the best Star Wars movie that they've made, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, out of the new ones, I should actually clarify. I actually get hammered here, right?
But don't you think they wished that JJ did, instead of doing episode 9, he did an entirely different episode 8 as well. They should have given him 2 movies and said, look, we're doing an alternate episode 8. That would have been their only hope for saving the franchise.
I wonder how many bags of celery they had to buy Jordan filming.
I wonder how many he gets through a day. It must be 2 a day he gets through. Maybe 3.
That's such a funny.
You should be. I'm surprised there's not a website somewhere that gives you like the wilt ratio report of his celery, so you know exactly the time of the day.
Yeah, it's funny.
Pippi, come here. Come here, Pippi. No, but look, come here.
I love his gun. His gun's so freaking cool.
Yeah. Derek's back. We're on part 3 now, Derek.
Come here, boo-boo.
The ball's right there. That's why he's barking. Oh, squealing.
Just a quick costume change.
Yeah.
Costume change in the moan.
Listen, guys, now while we're here, before we will get to watch part 4, let us know what classic Doctor watch along and discussion you would like me and Rabbi to actually do. Rabbi chose this one, so I will let you choose the next one, and then I'm going to choose one. Then we'll let Cheryl choose one, and then we go back around again, right? Then Rabbi will get to choose again. Then obviously you guys, then me, and then Cheryl. So whatever. As I'm watching the chat, I'll try write down who says what story, whatever, Doctor. Actually, I'll make it easier for you, so we can narrow it down. So you have a choice between Pertwee or Baker.
Which Baker? We're talking Tom, right?
Yeah, Tom Baker.
That's important to distinguish.
And then next week we'll do a Troughton story, because we have a couple of his animations as well that Rabbi was so kind to.
Oh, if you want to do a Tom Baker animation, you should do Shada. That was really good. Did you see that animation?
Yeah, you sent it to me. Yeah, I've watched it. Yeah.
There's a lovely bit at the end with Tom Baker as he's old.
Chad, a bit boring.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the Sidemen.
But I don't mind. Like, it's still an episode. It's still a story to do. But guys, so either Tom Baker or Pertwee. So we've got two from Baker. So Lee Anthony Davis wants Genesis. John Stade said he'd love a Pertwee episode. We've got Flavis Alacantar, who would say wants Baker, the talons of Wang Chang. Are you trying to get us into trouble? Wang Chang, all the bloody snowflakes will be out in force if we do that one. I'm only messing. But yeah, we'll do that if you want. But so we've got one for Genesis. And one for the Talons. So let me see. Two people want Pertwee. Well, if you can actually give us a Pertwee story that you can all agree on, and a Baker story you can all agree on. Here we go again.
It's worth holding off on Talons of Wen Chang for a few months till it comes out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, well, sure. We've got, as I said, we've got over 50 years of Doctor Who stories to do, so we will get around to it. So yeah, we'll wait for that one. Lee Anthony Davis is The Green Death.
Green Death's a good story. Oh, you want to know what my favorite Pertwee story is? I think though, and it's a special edition again. It has to be the special edition of Day of the Daleks. Have you seen that with the special effects?
If you a Cyberman story, would just wanted a Dalek story then next, guys. So we've had a Cyberman story. Do you want us, me and Rabbi, to do a Dalek story?
Oh, that'd be
fun. If
fun.
you want to do a Dalek story, then choose the Dalek story, and whatever one gets the most. So I've got one for Day the Doctor already. So Day the Doctor is winning right now. And we got Genesis, actually one for Genesis as well. So we've got one for Genesis and one for Day the Doctor.
Day the Dalek, you mean?
Oh, Day the Dalek, sorry. What did I say?
Day the Doctor.
Oh, see, I'm getting, it's in me head.
But again, no, have you seen the special edition of that?
Yeah, I think I have then, because it's on the same place. So I've obviously been watching the special edition.
I mean, you would know the special effects are very noticeably different. You know, it's not just like 3 Daleks attacking the mansion. It's like an army of Daleks and Ogrons, and it's a lot more impressive.
Ah, what happened there? Right, guys, give us your Dalek stories before we get to the last part.
Oh, this is the best bit. One of the best bits.
Oh, that was very funny. Gold.
I used to have one of these model kits made by Sevens. It must be about foot tall of a Cyberman. Oh, that was freaking awesome. Do you remember them?
No, I don't think we had them over here. See, again, Ireland was the back end of nowhere.
Oh, this was like a real tiny company. They had an ad in Doctor Who magazine like 1 or 2 times, and I actually ended up phoning the guy up when he was coming down to get the measurements for the Silver Nemesis Cyberman suits, because he was going to do a kit of them, and I bought one from him. But yeah, no, he did great kits. He had Ice Warrior, Cyberman, and again, these were like about 14 inches tall. So Ice Warrior, Cyberman, Dalek. Dalek was the first one he did. Can't remember. Oh, he had Crichton from Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Captain Black. They're really cool.
2 for Genesis of the Daleks now. So Genesis of the Daleks is the front runner. Dave the Daleks it has 1 vote. Genesis has 2. So you just have a couple of minutes before the end of this episode to get your votes in, and it's locked in.
Well, why didn't you just put the vote on Twitter?
Because
that
not
way
everybody that's
you
on
publicize it,
so,
and you get a bigger group of people.
Right, I'll tell you what, I'll put a poll on YouTube right now on the community posts, right? And I'll ask you to I'll put a few Dalek story choices down. Rabbi, if you have any choices, you want to send me in the private chat? Well, I'm right.
Oh, can I just tell you? Like I don't mind the world knowing that my choices are Dalek stories. I'm not shy about that.
What classic Dalek?
I like all of them. Okay, is it only Baker and Pertwee, or can we go further afield?
You can watch. You can go whatever. Yeah, whatever you want.
Okay, so let's starting at the 7th. It'll have to be Remembrance of the Daleks. That's a good one. I also kind of like Revelation of the Daleks as well. And Resurrection. Okay, moving backwards. And then from Tom Baker, I'll go for a different one. I'm going to say Destiny, because that story doesn't get enough love. But it's always, when you have a choice of Genesis or Destiny, you always go for Genesis. Destiny isn't as good as Genesis, but yeah, it's a fun watch. There's a lot good about it. I mean, you got the Mavellans that are fantastic. I mean, when they brought the Mavellans back in the pilot in season 10, episode 1, they just worked so well.
Right.
Oh, they're coming up to my favorite part of all. Well, certainly I think of all of the Davison era, maybe all of classic Doctor Who right now. It really is one of my favorite parts. Where it blew my mind. This was like a real melding in my head of John Ridgway's artwork for Doctor Who magazine. This just seems like the perfect representation of a Doctor Who monster for John Ridgway's artwork. You know, this was like John Ridgway come to life.
Yeah.
I love this. A bit of cyber blood in his moon boots.
Right, so the
Oh, here we go. Oh, so cool. So freaking cool. Yeah, don't hold your breath.
That is brilliant. That is actually impressive for back then.
Isn't it great? It's like one of the greatest parts of all of classic Who. It really is.
Right, here's the stories that I have so far, and we've got one more option. Right, there's only 4 options I can put. So these are the Dalek stories that I've picked so far. So we've got Destiny, obviously, because Rabbi, says it's one of those stories that doesn't get enough recognition. We've also got the Day of the Daleks Resurrection. So what will I give as the last one? It's either between Genesis or Genesis or hold on. Oh, that is uh-oh.
Where'd you go?
I have Resurrection of the Daleks. I have Day of the Daleks, Destiny of the Daleks, and I need one more. So I'll let you guys choose the last Dalek episode you would like me to feature in this poll.
That framing, by the way, just now was fantastic. It was like from a low angle. You get the Cyberman face. It just, again, that was like an Andrew Skilleter illustration come to life. What's he doing now, Andrew Skilleter?
I haven't a clue, pal.
I wonder whatever happened to him. And Alistair Pearson, he was that cover artist. He was fantastic. Young guy as well. Yeah, a bit of cyber waking up action. I always love this.
Right, I'll put Genesis because everybody has mentioned Genesis a few times.
I mean, I think it's only fair.
And
my question was remembrance, but I didn't want to say that because I know everybody else wanted Genesis.
Right.
I mean, you got that fantastic Michael Wisher performance.
Right, so the choices are going to be, as I said, Destiny of the Daleks, Day of the Daleks, Resurrection of the Daleks, and Genesis of the Daleks. They're your choices. Oh, actually, I can add another option, so you won't remember.
Although, you don't have a black and white one in there, though. I feel bad.
Well, do you want me to put the original Dalek story?
Just try and think. What black and white ones are around?
There's Power of the Daleks, but that's an animation.
I think that's fine, though. That animation really works.
We'll put Power of the Daleks in, right? Power of the Daleks. If I'm able to add...
what a great cliffhanger.
No, I can't. Right, that's the cliffhanger. So everybody get part 4, the last final part ready. Before I do put that part up, I've put that poll up on the community chat now, right? So if you want to vote, it's on the community posts on YouTube. Go in there now and vote. That's the poll, and it's the only poll that's going up. Because there'll be no point me putting it on Twitter and Facebook because you can't share this poll actually on Twitter and Facebook anyway. And I'd have to make separate polls, and you can only have 4 options on Twitter, so there'll be no point. So there you go. Destiny, Day of the Daleks, Resurrection, Genesis, and Power of the Daleks are the choices. So go in there and vote. Destiny.
There's a great story in the chat, by the way, from Spitfire Mark 1A. Sevens models. I used to work with a glass fiber fabricator that used to make the castings for Sevens. He kept all the molds in his yard. Does he still have them? They were fantastic. Lucky they were never stolen.
Nice. Right, guys, get you at part 4. Also, if you need to get yourselves a cup of tea, we'll just take another minute break there. Rabbi, are you okay? You don't need to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stretch my legs. I might be gone for a second, but I will return.
No problem, Mo.
Got the Dalek mold.
We'll just give you about a minute just to get the other one set up if you just want to get some snacks or something, you know, because I'm that generous that I think of you all, you know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, of course. You know, we'll just have to let them know that I'm that generous, you know. Money mess.
Cheryl, can I ask you, how do you deal with Marmite? My wife and kids would rather shoot themselves than I make them smell it when they've been bad.
The black stuff that they put on bread, you've seen them. They put it on toast.
Oh, I refuse to try it.
She won't try it. We have a similar one over here called Bovril.
That's when you go native.
Actually, they have Bovril as well. I actually think
Bovril. There you go.
Bovril's the best one, but she won't try it.
Bovril's a better one. That, you know what? It's a better one because it's a not kosher one, but it's so much better.
I do. I like the Bovril.
Nothing like a hot mug of Bovril.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you have a cold or a flu, just water, store it into it, and you've actually got it's like it's not a stock. But it's like a soup. It's like it helps you. That's what during the war and all, especially World War II, they always told you, you know,
kept you warm.
Weather, get your Bovril or your Marmite out. It's got yeast extract, obviously.
Well, there's nothing I like more than a big old cup of yeast.
It's beef. It's beef. It's lovely. You have to try. She has to try it, don't you?
Yeasty beef.
Sorry, Vegemite beats Marmite hands down. There's always some bloody.
Listen, I don't think so. I hate to disagree with somebody in a chat.
I
think Vegemite is a lesser of the yeast bread.
Yes, I agree.
I like mine with a bit of kick to it.
You have to stick to the original, Chris. Come on, none of these copies. But yeah, I mean, look, Doctor Who, Classic Who, this story, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I mean, it's just so engaging.
It's just rattled along, hasn't it? I told you, if it pulls us along, it pulls us along. And
I said to Rabbi before we started, so what will we do? Will we do one part or 2 parts of it, or will we just see how it goes? And you said it. You just said, let's see how it goes. We'll probably, and you're right, we got through it. I'm not saying get through it. That's the wrong word.
Well, no, again, it rattled along. It was a decent pace.
Is Vegemite mailed from real made from? That's a good one. Is Vegemite made from real vegetarians?
No, the answer is no. No, everything about Vegemite is a pale imitation.
I don't know. I'll ask Cheryl. Hold on. Cheryl?
What?
Oh, no, Cheryl. Oh, funny. Brilliant. We didn't have any Marmite in Australia when I was growing up. Yeah. Oh, well, Australians are very health conscious anyway, so healthy conscious anyway. So Vegemite, yeah, I can see that being big in Australia, actually. Yeah.
I tell you, it's speaking of yeast. It's a crazy time for Jews.
Oh my God! Now this better be a clean conversation. Go ahead.
No, it is. starting from this time next week, we got this Jewish holiday of Passover, which means for 7 days you're not allowed to own any grain product. So like we can't have any like if you can't have anything that's been allowed to ferment over 18 minutes. So you can't have like bread. Everything's like these crackers. But you got to you can't have any pots or pans that you've used with grain products ever. So everyone's got to have different stuff for Passover, and you've got to clean everything and cover it. It's gonna be crazy.
Wow.
Just let you know now. Because and the thing that's really freaking people out is a lot of times people go to their parents for Passover because it's so crazy. It's so intensely crazy. And this is the first year, like it's the time when all families come together. And this is the first year then people are like all split apart, and they don't know. Nobody knows what to do. It's really bizarre. But this whole thing, like the Passover cleaning, that's going to get crazy this week.
Man. That actually just, and I'm even like, I've worked in high pressure kitchens. That even sounds like just too much for anybody in any household.
2 sets of pots.
And I think seriously, we think it's stressful for Christmas. Like,
please, guess what? We laugh at Christmas.
You know what it is.
Although my wife makes a traditional English Christmas every Sabbath or whatever, and it's close to the 25th.
Oh,
and
nice.
then she makes traditional Thanksgiving whenever around the Sabbath around Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? So you get to kind of experience, and your wife also gets to kind of experience both cultures.
Right. Well, yeah. My kids are always very embarrassed by it. They're like, "Oh, because it's Christmas, and we're Jewish." yeah. But I love Christmas. Christmas is freaking awesome.
Good man. Oh, I love the rabbi. I said that. I told you, man. I actually know a rabbi. I even said it. I actually know a rabbi. That's weird.
Yeah.
We had a rabbi on. With the last cast, we had a rabbi on. We had a preacher. Who else had we got on the panel? Do you remember we had you? We also had.
I think we did the Episcopalian or something to round out the set.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Assemblies of God. I'm Pentecostal.
Yeah, and I'm just like, well, I'm born into a Catholic.
You're Irish. That makes you Catholic, whether you're not.
Yeah, I'm Catholic.
There's a lot of Catholic.
I'm just not a practicing Catholic. That's just
it doesn't matter.
You know.
Let's say the Catholics are right, and Jesus comes back, and you'll be on board.
Listen. At the end, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I said.
I'm tell you right now, if Jesus comes back, Noel's screwed.
I'm not because
Jesus comes back. We're all in good shape.
Because you keep saying mean things about.
Hold on, though. Not about Jesus. Not about Jesus. I never said anything bad about Jesus. I've always said it about Jesus. No, if anybody wants to know where I stand on the whole religion thing, this is where it is, right? And I think it's not disrespectful, right?
Ted.
So I do believe that there was a man called Jesus Christ that walked the earth, and he was a human inspiration, and he tried to make people better and to see that there was a better way of doing things. Do I believe that he was the Son of God and that there's a God? Unfortunately, I don't, because I'm one of those people, as Rabbi said, if Jesus came back, then all right, I'd say, okay, it's true. I believe it. Right? I have to see it to believe it. And unfortunately, I'm never going to. So,
Never say never. You listen. End of if any of these religions are right, mine included, end of days has got to happen sooner or later.
Exactly.
And listen, this does seem reasonably biblical to me. The whole world is huddled in their homes out of fear of a plague. That just seems like a thing you'll see in a Bible somewhere. So I don't know what to tell you.
Look at all I do know is that, in my opinion, religion has its good points, and religion also has its bad points.
You're absolutely correct. I agree completely. At the end of the day, I
won't know until I'm dead. And if I was wrong, don't get me wrong. If I'm wrong and I'm up there, if I do end up getting a chance to go up to heaven, I will say, listen, I got it wrong. If he's forgiven as we're led to believe, well, then he'll say, listen, no,
right.
Okay. you were a bit of an idiot, but it's grand. You're welcome in here. I haven't done anything that would be considered, that I'm going to hell if I was to still believe in religion. Now, don't get me wrong. This is I'm a guy that used to be an altar boy in a Catholic church. I was also singing in the church choir. I was very religious up until I was about 14 years of age, maybe a bit younger. And then see what kind of ruined religion for me over here was then in the early 90s, all the sex scandals of the church start being revealed and stuff. And I got disillusioned with the church. And then as I got older, start reading more things, doing my own research. And I just got disillusioned with religion. Don't get me wrong, I still respect.
Yeah, listen, I do hear what you say. Look, I was a complete opposite. When I was 14, I wasn't religious. I was always like kind of a really strong atheist up until I was about 19.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I was a real like, yeah, I was a really strong atheist until then.
Yeah.
It's funny how things change, isn't it?
Look, at the end of the day, right, a lot of people lose their faith. I might one day regain it. Right now, I just look at the world. I just see how bad it is, and I just, I think I've just lost all faith right now. But it's not. Look, it doesn't make a difference in my life. To be honest with you, I'm no better. I'm not any better off with or without it. You know what I mean? My life is just the same. I'm just not going to church. I suppose that's the only difference. I mean, I could recite mass to you all. I know mass off by heart, to be quite bleeding honest with you. I could have done the priest job. I used to joke to the priest, listen, if you want to take a day off, I'll take over. Yeah.
From the level I know of Christian dogma and theology, I think if church is not a comfort to you, then there's no real need to attend it.
Exactly.
The point is they want church to be an integral part of your life and to be a comfort to you. If it's not comfort to you, they feel it's a failure of theirs.
Yeah. Daniel says, I've got a one-way ticket downstairs. At least it's warm down there. No, you don't. No, you don't. Right, we'll start part 4.
Okay.
Said, I like
ready?
the way these streams do change. So do I. Listen, some people say to me, including Cheryl, you do these streams and you seem to change topic an awful lot when you're in the stream. It's because when I'm with a person like Rabbi or Blue Bonnet, Jason, or any of me guests, what happens is because we get on with each other, there's a connection there, and we're like two friends having a conversation, and that's what happens. The conversation naturally evolves, and we do talk about other stuff, but we do try rein it back in. But I'm glad.
That's why these watchalongs are good. It kind of keeps you on track. Keeps us on track, right?
Exactly. And listen, I mean, we always get back to the topic of conversation, but I'm glad there are some people out there that do like a Cheryl is real, like you should stick to what you're doing. And you know what, she is right. But again, when you're with a friend, this is what happens. But we ready for part 4, the final part? Okay.
I am ready.
Ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit play.
There you go, bingo.
And we are off for the final part of EarthShock. This has been good.
It's been a lot of fun.
It has. You just get a smile when you just see that title sequence.
You do.
Even the way they wrote EarthShock, even the what do they call them? The titles, they're brilliant.
Yeah. It's a damn good episode.
Yes.
Again, I'm sure Beroid had no idea why these men were standing around dressed in silver foil.
I know.
She was
You,
like, I don't care. I guess they paid
you can
me.
kind of see it on our face, but at the same
No,
time,
but it works though. It's so
it
funny.
does. She did what she had to do. It's like, okay, fair enough. It's a job to her, but she didn't. You know, she's not there giving only 50-60%. She's there giving 110%. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Oh, by the way, change the subject completely. Somebody sent me this. Who was it? I'm just looking up now. Sent me this thing on YouTube. They cut themselves into Boris Johnson's announcement. You got to stay in, right? And it made it sound like they're being grabbed. Bob Pike, I think, sent it to me. Have you seen it?
No.
I got to send you. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Very clever. Using the whole ship as a bomb.
And you know, and they did that in real life several years later.
Mm.
And I wonder if this is where they got the idea from. You know, that day in September.
Yeah. Right, so far, Rabbi, it's not looking good for you. Everybody is voting Genesis. I thought everybody would get bored of people.
Listen, it's called a classic for a reason.
That's what you want. But so far, there's 11% of the vote for Destiny and 89% for Genesis. But everybody has ignored the power, resurrection, and day of
people love that Genesis. Listen, give the people what they want, man. That's what I say.
Yeah, well, 9 votes in. We'll leave it until. How long should we leave the poll for, Rabbi? Do you reckon?
I'll be honest with you. I think that was a pretty definitive vote.
What?
You should go Genesis.
We'll say. I do. Genesis is my favorite story. It's just, I do agree. Look, if that's what you vote, that's what you vote.
Exactly.
Right, but we definitely
persuade.
Janet Fieldman's really good.
No, I'm not persuading anybody. They all have their own mind. It's a democracy. But you know, as they say, you know, polls can be rigged. Not money messing. You can't rig polls on YouTube. It's very hard. You can't share them anyway. So.
Teddy bear, come here, babies.
You know, I've been watching and listening to the Big Finish Return to Skaro. It's pretty good. I love all this stuff. Okay, I was just saying before, Janet Field looks really good in this episode.
No, she was, yeah. She actually was. And I find her annoying normally. Oh, there, she's screaming now.
Yeah.
She's getting fright there, buddy.
Oh, she was captured by a Cyberman. You know, it's kind of scary.
It's okay. She's okay. She's not going to get eaten by the Cyberman. No.
I love it. Her spacesuit had heels. Did you notice that? That's so funny.
Why wouldn't it? I mean, practical. Don't wind him up. He's calm.
Oh, that one gone. There you go.
What's wrong with you, buddy? We're trying to watch the Cybermen are in the TARDIS. Oh, Teddy, the Cybermen are in the TARDIS.
One guy shot him in the groin. Did you see that? That's not very sporting. Groinal socket. Oh, she's a girl. I'm glad I got rid of her.
John Steed says, watch the troops when they fight the Cybermen outside the TARDIS and inside the troops change several times and also on the deck. You mean the ones that get shot? Yeah, they probably are.
That was very Tegan.
Wow. That dialogue is just top notch.
Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? Isn't that great?
Teddy. Teddy. Teddy.
Good music as well. Really, that really works.
But I love the way the cyber lead are testing him there. You know, trying to show him that emotions show weakness, you know? Colin, that's fine. Sure, this is the last part anyway, so you can actually catch up later on with the whole stream when it goes back up.
Yeah, it's got what, 15 minutes ago, I reckon. Let's have a look.
Have a good one, Colin.
I thought they were dead by now, Beryl Reed. I thought they bumped her off pretty quickly in. You know what cyber story I haven't seen for years. I really should give it a rewatch. It's Attack of the Cybermen.
Yeah.
I love that Cyberman fused into the door.
Yeah.
So cool. So freaking cool. David Banks has come back and done a couple Cybermen stories with Big Finish. You know what's good about this? It's kind of like Game of Thrones when they had the Red Wedding. Did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I've watched Game of Thrones, yeah.
So you know, the tragedies in Game of Thrones, they seem inevitable. When you look at them, there's no way they could have been avoided given all the parameters they were, or the people who they were. It's like inevitable that the Red Wedding would happen, you know, like whatever. But this kind of has the same feeling. There's this like inevitability about, even though we know what's going to happen, there's a real feeling of inevitability about like they're going to try and keep escaping fate, and you kind of just know it's not going to work.
Yeah. At this point, Tegan only changed her costume since Black Orchid, says Super
That's
John.
interesting.
Nice bit of trivia. I'll tell you what, for the next one, what I'll do is I'll get a bit of trivia up so we can read just a bit of trivia about each part, like Cheryl did actually. Cheryl found some trivia, so
Oh, I could put the commentary on not commentary. There's like a what's it called? Like an info track, not track, like subtitles, the info subtitles on all the DVDs. I could put them on it, whatever we watch.
That would be a good idea. I prefer these cyber voices
To which ones?
to the new ones.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I like the Montasian ones they did recently. They were very creepy. Have you ever heard the Big Finish story Spare Parts?
I think
it's the Fifth Doctor Origin of the Cybermen story.
Daniel, I think, did a review of it.
Good story.
Don't forget to subscribe to Rabbi's channel. Daniel has put the channel in the chat again.
Thank you, Daniel. You're awesome. You're a star, mate. Yeah, don't want to mess with Scott. He'll shoot you in the back.
I love that Tardis sound.
Yeah, this was a bit weird. They just leave and like the control falls and happens to turn on another gazillion Cybermen. Wouldn't you want to keep them around?
Yeah, true.
There's a new Red Dwarf next week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is just really great framing. That was a great shot just now.
Yeah.
With like the dead person there. There's a cut above.
It is. This is a proper Who episode, you know? Who story, I should say.
It was a real innovation having those clear jaws in these ones. You know, so you get to see the hint of the organic behind them. That was a real clever touch. Okay. Yeah, and the original version of special effects were really distractingly bad.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I didn't like about these Cybermen were their gun effects.
The what?
The special effects they used from their guns. That's the only thing I never really liked about these Cybermen.
Fuck.
The 80s in this is so cringe.
Yeah, but the
I mean, it's still good. It's just funny when you look back when you've lived in the
true.
80s. You're like,
The
oh
thing
my
about
God.
it is, you kind of
You want to know what was like really cringe? If you watch any of Star Trek Next Generation episodes, you think are really good, and you'll see like how cheap the set looks, and how like when they come to an ad break, they kind of walk across the set, the entire bridge, just so they can end on a dramatic shot with them all like looking in the same direction.
Yeah.
It's really noticeable.
Teddy, stop, baby.
Yeah, it's kind of like the feeling of if you read Watchmen, the chapter where Doctor Manhattan's talking about the accident that happens and the inevitability of it and all the events leading up to it. That's just what this reminds me of. Watching this.
Mm.
So Adric's rushing to destroy the course of human evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really clever symbolism of a really clever symbolism of them like destroying the badge
Yeah.
to save, because like it's like very symbolically is of Adric sacrificing himself as well. You can see him like flinching because he knew the explosion was going to go off any second.
That was actually pretty sad.
Yeah, it is, and of course it plays it out without the the music on the titles. It was really heavy. I remember when I watched it when I was a kid. What is this? 82. So I was what? I was 11, I think, when this was on.
Man, I'm older than the rabbi.
And honestly, they never really addressed. Oh yeah, straight to that. They never really addressed like the post-traumatic stress in the next. That's really what the next story should have been about. I think was there a big finish in between after Adric's death? I can't remember.
That's actually brilliant, though, the fact that they actually didn't have the title sequence back then.
Right, it was very clever. It was like it really like underscored like how heavy that was.
Wow,
yeah, that was fun.
There you go, guys. So, what did you think of that? Adric just passed away. Yeah, that was a bit. Yeah. Well, we know
himself.
It is still sad. It's sad. Right, what would you give it, Rabbi, out of 10? What would you give that?
This gets a solid 8.
Solid 8?
Solid 8.
I'd have to agree with you there. Yeah. Good, decent story.
Yeah. I got above average, yeah. It's on a par with the better of the New Who.
Yeah. Guys, what do you think? What rating would you give all 4 stories? Give it, the 4 of them as a collective. Like the Borg. So Adric killed the dinosaurs.
Yes.
Madame Vastra. Yeah. Well, he was actually trying to change the course of history, as Rabbi said. It was actually very clever, the way they did it.
You mentioned Madame Vastra just now. I did. Yeah.
His DNA. Maybe
well,
that's how he came. When the meteor came, right? Well, the ship it exploded. Yeah. So all of his DNA would have been spread all over the place because obviously he blew up the smithereen.
Right.
Ship. Maybe we came from Adric.
Wow.
John Steed says it's a 10 from me. Daniel gives it a 9.5. Crystal says 10. Super John says 9 out of 10. It was a good story.
It's not fair. Yeah, listen, strong story, wasn't it? Listen, I think it's the best. I still want the best Cybermen stories ever. I think it's better than any Cybermen story in New Who. You think of a Cybermen story that's better than it in New Who? I can't.
Lee Anthony Davis gave it a 9 out of 10. Flavis Alacantar gave it a 9. What?
He asked you a question.
What was the question? I'm not on me.
I can't. No, can you think of a better? Can you think? You answered it. I think you. Can you think of a better Cyberman story in New Who? I don't. There isn't one. I don't think there is one.
No, there's not. The New Who Cybermen stories, they are actually okay, but they're not great. No,
yeah, they're disappointing.
Classic Cybermen stories are better, without a shadow of a doubt. Derek gives it a 9 out of 10 as well. So there's a lot of 9 out of 10s, which is actually pretty amazing. No problem, Chris. You have a good one, mate. Just call me Flav says everyone does online. No problem. No problem at all. Yeah, but I mean, look, that's the way Doctor Who. That's the level of the writing. That's the standard. You know.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's less than that. It's
acceptable to a certain extent once it doesn't go below that again, which we've gotten. We do accept that it's not going to be great week in, week out. It's going to have its lulls, of course it does.
Right.
Well, not a two and a half year, 3 year lull. That's just.
This is more than a 4. Yeah.
I didn't mention anybody. I said the
You
2 or
heard
3
it
year.
all in your head.
No, I'm including the other era in that as well. I don't like.
I'm much more forgiving of season 10 than you are.
Yeah. No, it's a secret little.
I'll be perfectly
pleasure.
honest. Every episode I've seen up until Peter started to regenerate, there was something I didn't like as much. But I can honestly say that there wasn't an episode that I hated outright or I would never watch again.
I would really recommend going back and doing a rewatch of like there's a couple of things that are like a little bit not, but it's so much better now in context of 2020. Like it's just so much better. Like Capaldi's performance really sells it, and it makes me be able to forgive it.
Ted,
you're a lunatic,
you
yeah.
need to stop, boo-boo.
He's a bit frisky tonight.
He is.
He's got his ball, and if I won't throw it, he whines.
He starts whines, yeah.
Throw it, he makes this excited noise. He's like, I can't win with him right now. Ted.
Watch, when you hear this, Rabbi, right? I'm about to throw the ball, right? Watch. Yeah,
Right.
because I'm taking me time, he's barking. Listen.
Oh.
Throw it.
He's a lunatic.
He needs outside play.
I know.
That's what it is. He's been inside.
I know, but he does go. We do bring him down to an underground car park right now because it's the safest place right now.
How old is he?
Well, we can't take him out to play in the courtyard.
Yeah, because there's kids everywhere. By the way, there's still kids playing around and they're supposed to be quarantined, which is actually a bit of a joke. But
oh my gosh, on Facebook today, one of the people back in Missouri put up something that they're willing to DJ any block or house party so everyone can get out and just kind of enjoy the fun. Like,
whoa, that's a bad idea.
I don't understand how it works. Especially when the U.S. economy is tanking so hard, maybe they want to limit it.
Well, you could still do that. People could stay in their apartments or their houses, open their windows and their door.
Exactly.
DJ.
That's exactly what we had here. We had like this party bus went round, like play music, and people open their doors and hang out for a bit. It was like a concert that moved around the town.
Yeah. Rabbi's channel is back up again. We're trying to get Rabbi to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could actually subscribe to his channel, we really do appreciate it. Give this stream a like and obviously share it as well if you can.
Well, I have to say, if you want to subscribe, if you subscribe to my channel, today's the day to do it because both my videos, in all modesty, I'm pretty happy with. They both made me laugh, so I'm happy with both of them.
There you go. And if Rabbi's videos make him laugh.
If Rabbi is entertained, you shall be entertained as
Yeah,
well.
Exactly. That's the hope.
And listen, you follow you. Obviously, got to know Rabbi from being on this channel as well. So if you like his content and you like what you hear here, go and subscribe to his channel. He throws out some great content. He's always online. He's always doing something. He's always there. And he has
the Super Secret Project started to move forward again today.
What? Say that again?
The Super Secret Project?
Yeah.
That started to move forward again today.
Oh, so. Brilliant. We will have some announcement for you. Obviously, Rabbi will have the timeline. But there will be something being announced, whether it's on Rabbi's channel when we're doing. Oh, we've no more of a card now.
Oh, that's a big thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because we review it on Rabbi's channel. It was something I looked forward to on a Saturday, so we'll have to think of something else to do.
Oh, you know what? I tell you what, you and Cheryl should watch that thing I sent you, the Singing Detective.
Right.
That is so. I mean, I'm really intrigued to get your take on that.
Singing detective.
Yeah,
It's so freaking weird, Cheryl. I tell you, it's so weird. But I think you might like it.
I like weird.
Yeah, Cheryl likes weird. Yeah.
Oh, this is one of the all-time greatest dramas that was ever on British TV.
Nice.
Oh,
It's like a hallucinogenic voyage through this guy's life as he suffers from this crippling skin disease in a rather disgusting national health ward in the mid-80s.
Right.
Not to disparage our national health, which is fantastic. I have to tell you, when my father was dying and I came into England when he was on his last legs before we brought him over here, national health was just absolutely fantastic then.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So it's nice to see them getting a bit of love and respect. They so deserve it.
Yeah, they do.
Anybody into games on this stream? Has anybody played that game Sonic Forces? And if they have, is it worth getting? Because I have PlayStation Plus, obviously, thanks to my beautiful wife.
That's the randomest
Yeah, I know.
subjects ever.
Of course, yeah. This is what we do on the Tardis Zone. Right. So should I download Shadow of the Colossus or should I download Sonic Forces? Now, see, Shadow of the Colossus is not really a game that I'm kind of into. See, I get free games every month. Obviously, next month hasn't kicked in yet, but these were last month's games. So Sonic Forces or Shadow of the Colossus. Does anybody?
I have to tell you, I'm not a big gamer, but
Right.
have you ever played the Alien game, Alien Isolation?
No, any good?
That is awesome. That's perhaps one of the. I'm not a big gamer. I played that and The Last of Us.
Right.
Bits and pieces. Nothing. That Alien Isolation is so exactly like an Alien movie. Like it's somewhere between Alien and Aliens. There's a great story, sucks you in, has that real feel to it. It's really good.
Alien Isolation. I'm gonna see if it's here and see how much it is. Right.
It's really scary though. So to tell you, I wish they had a VR version of it, but I think it'll be too scary.
Yeah, I used to play years and years ago. They had on the arcades. They had the Alien on arcade. They also had Terminator as well.
I remember that. Yeah, they were good.
Is this a full game or is this
Oh, it's a full intense story. It's a really good story.
Wait, hold on. Oh, there it is. Alien Isolation, the collection.
That's the one you want because that's all the add-ons. The add-ons are fun.
Right, it's $54.99. Wow,
that's expensive.
That's expensive.
How much is it without the add-ons? I can't believe that's expensive. That's a long time ago.
Well, it's still expensive. It's 35 quid.
I would say 35 quid is for the entertainment value is worth it, but it's still expensive.
Wow.
I wish if you live next door, I'll give you the disc.
Damn, that looks good and all. It's Ellen Ripley's daughter.
Yeah, and it's written by Dan Abnett, who's a very good comic book writer. They really nails the tone of Alien. And you're really inside. You spend a lot of it just hiding in terror in a closet.
Yeah.
And it really is scary. It's so good.
Damn, man, that looks good. I'll see if I can get her when this
whatever it doesn't sell, I will grab it.
What was it? Ickiness? Yeah, when this ickiness goes away, I'll go to CEX and see if I can get a second hand. It'll probably be about 15 quid or something.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can't get it for a $5. It's years old.
Yeah, I should be able to get it cheap enough. But again, because of this ickiness, nothing's open, so I have to wait. But I will, I'll get that, man. It does. I even like the cover of it. Reminds me of the first kind of. There's the first Alien poster, but it's got obviously Ellen Ripley's daughter on it. Looks deadly, I have to say.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Well, Colin just asked me, have I listened to any of the Alien audiobooks? No, I have not. I do own one though, but I've never listened to it.
What's the gameplay like though? Is it good? Is it
Good,
easy?
really good. Yeah, it's really organically good. Yeah, and you have to like choose between the right. You have limited resources. And you got to choose between what you want to do and like what you do. Like you're not going to try and you can't kill the alien so easily. You know, so
right.
distracting it and you got it's much more of a stealth game.
Right. I like those type of games. Yeah.
And it's like a lot of time you're creeping around inside it, and you have just sweat dripping from you. You're just like in the movie.
Yeah. Do you ever play? Because you said you kind of like those type of games. Do you ever play Heavy Rain?
No.
Check it out. Seriously, now I know you probably you're probably not into gaming as much, but if you like games where you play the central character,
yeah, I do. I like those ones.
Right. Well. There's this game, right? It's basically about a father and his son gets kidnapped. And basically your whole thing is, as the father, you play the game, but as you're playing the game, you have to make choices within the game, right? And there's a different end. Every time you play the game, there's a different ending. Now, I know that they have about 5 or 6 bang-on endings, right? But you won't always get the same ending if you know what I mean, because you have to make certain choices, and these choices then determine which way you go in the game and all. It's actually pretty good. It's up there as one of the top games I've ever played, because I'm not into those type of games normally.
Right.
But Heavy Rain was the one that started it off for me. It's won loads of awards as well.
It's pretty cheap. It's like 48 shekels, like $10.
Yeah, listen, I'm not even explaining it properly. So there's a killer out there called the Origami Killer. You know those Japanese paper boards? Yeah. So there's a lot of that going on in it, and basically he's just going around trying to find his son and all this. There's a detective. There's different characters in it, and you play. What the? That's that helicopter again.
It's been nonstop all day.
Wow. And there's different characters. So when you get introduced to different characters, you play as that character.
I see. Yeah. You're
the father in it though, but you do play a detective in it as well.
Next time I play a game, that's the one I'll fire up.
Seriously, I'm not messing. I'm not. Because you said you are into these games, and I'm not. So.
Oh yeah, I know. I like a good story in a game.
And this is a good story. I'm telling you, you will like it. And you know what? No, because I want to. If there's other people out there that have PlayStation 3 or 4, it's available on PlayStation 3, but you can get it on PlayStation 4 as well. Heavy Rain is definitely a game I recommend. Seriously, just love it. So anybody at Heavy Rain, the makers of Heavy Rain, if you have Heavy Rain too, send them my way. I'll review it. It's a joke. Nobody's laughing. Cheryl is not my head.
I haven't looked a bit on the PlayStation for ages. So I was looking around, seeing what's going on, seeing what the deals of the week are.
Yeah, actually, go into your. Have you got PlayStation Plus?
No, I had it, but I don't have it anymore.
Well, they have. What is it? Yeah, they have the spring sale there. There's over 60% off.
I think the spring sale just came up.
60%.
Jedi Fallen Order. Have you played that?
No.
I feel the same way.
No. I wouldn't play art in Star Wars, to be honest with you. Anyway, it's not my type of thing. You can get a free Star Trek game on this PlayStation.
Although I tell you, before this was before Last Jedi, I just got a PlayStation VR.
Yeah,
and they came out with an X-Wing fighter game that was incredible.
Right.
You were like you're inside an X-wing fighter. That was good.
Yeah. I say so. Do you have Call of Duty Warzone, and it's free? So it's basically they capitalized on what Fortnite was doing with these 100 people in a yoke, and you're basically just shooting other people. Now I got rid of Fortnite from my computer because I have to admit it, even though it is a dumb game, it is highly addictive. So I can't play those games anymore because
Yeah, I never played it.
yeah, I get frustrated anyway because there's always kids that are better than me.
I know.
It's their thing, and I'm up against them and they shoot me up. Seriously, I'd be lucky if I even get a kill. And then if you get a kill on them, right, they're so vindictive that they'll actually go after you. So if it comes up, the doctor shot you, they'll go and find you and just concentrate on killing you all the time because you killed them. It's weird. I don't play shoot me ups that much anymore. So I like playing zombies though. But even playing zombies, especially with American kids, oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy. Seriously, it's all that sugar they put in their food, isn't it, Cheryl? Sugar and chemicals and stuff.
You started talking about video games.
Yeah, oh yeah, she shuts down when we talk about video games. Right, guys. Listen, I think that's really it. I
think it's time for bed for me.
Yeah, it's like
we've kind of so that was it. That was the watch along. I hope you have actually enjoyed it. Because we did.
Yeah,
Get voting in that poll. We will do it as soon as we can. You know, when Rabbi is available and I'm available on the same day. We'll see. We might even do it Saturday because we've got obviously.
Yeah, that might not be bad.
If Rabbi is around, because do a stream on his channel, so maybe we'll we'll do a stream Saturday. We'll work it out anyway. Nothing set in stone yet, so we'll let you know. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe to both channels, please, if you don't mind. Thank you to all the moderators. Rabbi, thank you. Do you want to? Obviously, you've said you've got 2 videos up today. What have you got coming tomorrow? Because I know you have videos.
No idea. I still want to do I want to do a review of Westworld and Better Call Saul. Well, I also want to do a review of 12 Monkeys. I've been meaning to do that for ages. Then
the movie or the TV show?
Oh, the movie.
Oh man, I love the movie. That is brilliant.
Movie.
Yeah, Bruce Willis, great movie. Great movie.
I thought that was a good movie to watch. Around now because that whole all the infection stuff he puts.
No, you're right, because I would say because loads of people, believe it or not, even on the Skybox there, most of the movies that are trending are all the bleeding end of the world movies.
Right, exactly. So I thought that was a good one to review.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to do something stupid with Doctor Who or something tomorrow. Like, God, this video today, there's the biggest moments from season 12.
Oh, yeah. I'll be doing a video on that as well, actually. We'll have to do a video on that. Everybody has to do a video.
You're going to have to. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
What I did, I just played the movie in my movie and just kept pausing it and taking the piss out of every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It ended up a 30-minute video.
Do you know, I'm not sure I've ever seen 12 Monkeys, said Colin. Well, I tell you what, get watching it, and then get up, and then then go over and watch Rabbi's review of it. It'll be.
We could do a watch along with 12 Monkeys.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, we really could.
Mm-hmm.
Why not do that Saturday night?
Right, there you go. There you go. Then sorted. 12 Monkeys. And we'll have Cheryl. Would you like to join us for that watch along?
Maybe.
Okay, we might have Cheryl in as well. So myself, Rabbi, Cheryl, hopefully on Saturday we will do it.
I'll see if I can open any of my kids.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll throw a little promo trailer up for you as well, just to remind you that we're actually going to do it. So we can generate a bit of interest. But that's a great choice. Actually,
I'll make a.
So I'll pick the next one for next week, and I think we should do iRobot.
Oh, good movie. Good movie. Yeah.
Either iRobot or what's the Tom Cruise one with the pre?
Oh, much better. The Minority Report.
Yeah, we'll do Minority Report instead, actually, because I prefer that movie over the other one. Even though I do like iRobot, I do.
iRobot was good. It is good.
Yeah.
Well, Minority Report was fantastic.
Yeah. So Cheryl hasn't seen it, so this.
Oh,
will
really?
So
so good.
Yeah, so this will be good. So when we do the watch along of that one next week, it'll be Cheryl's first time watching it. So if Cheryl joins us, it'll be great to see what she actually thinks of the movie. So great. So there you go. So there you go. We will do movie reviews. We're doing classic Who reviews, watch alongs. Sorry, we're doing new Who watch along on Sundays. We've got loads going on, loads. And Rabbi will be here every step of the way as well. Yeah. Rabbi will have his stuff on his channel. And don't forget to actually subscribe to Rabbi's channel because he does weekly competitions actually on his channel. Rabbi, yeah, before you actually go, tell people about your
the camera on again. This is the awesome Alien Quadrology. It is a 9-disc DVD set, freaking gorgeous. Like 2 discs on each movie. You got special editions, got tons and tons and tons of extras. The making of it is incredible. It's basically the definitive Alien set. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel and then like one of the videos with the leave a hashtag Xenomorph.
There you go. Hashtag Xenomorph. Get over to Rabbi's channel. And if you want to win that, I actually won Breaking Bad. I actually haven't sent them the address actually, so
I got a whole pile of mail. I got it. My wife wasn't want to go to the post office right now. She's not big into going out the house.
Well, listen, but rightly so. Stay indoors for now. You know what I mean. We'll wait until we'll just wait until it's safe, and I think people will understand that anyway. Make sure
from what I can guess right now is I think we'll have peaked in 2 weeks. So I reckon we may have like another maybe 4 or 5 weeks of this.
Well, that sounds logical. That does sound logical. The politicians are saying no, it'll be sooner. But yeah, I agree with you.
They just string us along. They don't want us to freak out.
But we'll see what happens. But listen, just everybody stay safe anyway. We won't mention what's going on, but you know what we're talking about. Just make sure you stay safe and don't go out unless you really have to. Listen, I know it is a pain right now. Trust me. You know, everybody probably at home right now. There's probably people you are getting on each other's last nerves now. That's only natural because, you know, everybody's not used to being indoors. But find ways, you know. We all find ways to get through it. So we will.
We're all in this together.
That's it. And you know what? Chin up. We be fine. Trust me, me and Cheryl are not going anywhere. If this shit hits the fan in Ireland, we're nowhere. It's going nowhere. We're wrapping Teddy up. We're covering the whole house in bubble wrap. We're going nowhere. Divorce rates will be through the roof. Now, pregnancy rates will be through the roof. There's going to be a baby boom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right, there's going to be a baby boom.
You can only watch so much Netflix.
Trust me, people. It's going to happen. There's going to be loads of babies, and don't be surprised if you have people being inspired by that the name of that thing that's happening now. And he start giving girls names.
Yeah, I bet there's going to be a bunch of those babies.
Yeah.
There will.
I know, I can't say it, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know.
Okay, I got to go to bed. I'm tired.
Bye. Thank you for
joining everybody. Thank you for having me, Noel. It's been a pleasure as always.
No problem, man. We love having you on, mate. You have a good one.
Yeah, good night.
Stay safe. Right, guys, and that's it. Listen, I hope you have enjoyed these watch-alongs. We'll be doing plenty more. We'll have a couple of, as I said, we'll do some sci-fi movies. We'll also do the classic and new Who. We'll also do other TV shows that people have suggested as well. Don't forget to actually vote in that poll. I know most of you are voting for Genesis, right? But let's try mix it up a little bit, folks. right? We can do Genesis at some stage, but if that's what you vote on, we will do Genesis. I just, I would like people to pick other stories, and I know I shouldn't be influencing the vote. And Cheryl's nodding her head in disapproval. I can feel her right now, even though I can't see her. I can feel her where I disapprove and nodding of her no. But listen. We could do Genesis any other time. But if that's what you vote for, I'll do it. Right? As I said, we do. It is a democracy on this channel. Well, to a certain extent, anyway. Well, to you guys, it is. To the trolls, obviously, it's not. Right, I'm gonna go, and we will make sure that it doesn't clash with other watch along streams out there. We will certainly make sure that doesn't happen. But don't forget to join us for Saturday's watch along. Did we pick the episode? Or are we waiting for the vote? Is that what it is? Oh no, I'm confused.
Friday's watch along.
Oh, Friday's watch along. No, Friday's not. Oh yeah, Friday we do have a watch along because we've got the 11th hour watch along as well. So we've got the 11th hour watch along. Saturday then we've got the 12 monkeys, and then Sunday we have then the end of the world. No, we have aliens in London. See, I'm all over the place. And we will get around to Sarah Jane Adventures as well. Don't worry, we're going to do loads on this channel. We've got plenty of time. And also, as I said, we'll concentrate on the good parts of Doctor Who. Right? So, listen, good night. Thanks for joining me. Pleasure as always. Stay safe. Don't forget to wash your hands and all that rubbish, even though you are probably sick of that crap already. But you just have to do it. And stay home as well. If you have to go out, obviously go out. But, my advice is don't. You can hear Shal go, oh, sure. Will you hurry up? You're 20 minutes in. She knows me by now. And if she's like that still by now, well, then maybe you should go to the divorce lawyer.
Well, actually, I'm mad about my solitaire game, but, consider yourself completely the focus of my world right now.
That's it. Oh, yeah, I should be. I'm your husband. Listen, folks, good night. Love you all. Thank you for all joining me. To all the moderators, there's Ted. He only does that with you, doesn't do it with me. To all my moderators, thank you for looking after the chat as always. We will do Torchwood and all that other stuff. Don't worry, guys. Listen, I'm going to go now because Cheryl is right. I do take about 20 minutes to say goodnight, and I should just say goodnight when I'm saying goodnight. So I'm saying goodnight now. See you all. Stay safe. Wash your hands and all that. See you. Bye.